Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the New York Giants. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive. Pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 11 now. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. Pushes past him. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Now Burrow loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. The 20. 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Steps away to his left. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return will stop right around the 25. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 8-yard line.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's a gain of
7-7, our score after 1. Davis with it left side. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally You and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat, any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially...
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll swing this out to Tony.
Complete to Kadarius Toney. 2 yards on the play. 1st down, Giants.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 41, Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
11 empty, 11 empty.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow flush to his right. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they trail here to begin the 2nd half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And some space here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side. And he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, with a juke. And some room to roam now. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11.
Open man right side is Tony.
That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On one, right?
On 1st down, it's Shaw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
11.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Steps away. And the catch made by Walters. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Joe Burrow
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Bengals have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fielded right around the 8.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
They go play action here on 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Now Saquon Barkley. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. Now back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique, and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Burrow looking to pass. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Big 13. Big 13.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the Giants' 31-yard line.
Here we go. Stop. Ready. Stop.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Hard running at the 15. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run here with Mixon. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Flushed out right. To Mixon on the check down. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. McPherson's kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Just keeping the play alive. That's going to be caught by Tony. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage, they can often throw it over your head.
Back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Barkley. He gets away from one. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down?
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
Runs over it, and now he picks up the spare.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Giants, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.